Dame Daphne Sheldrick, in 1960, at the Orphan Elephant Sanctuary. She set up in the 1950s in the Karen district of Nairobi, Kenya. Erecting the Eiffel Tower, 1887 to 1889. A car carrying fish was involved in an accident. Polish riot police of the 1920s. Liverpool, 1990s. The Wetaskiwin Alberta Ladies Hockey Team, 1905. Frontline Brigade of Artists performs an acrobatic routine for soldiers of the 36th Guards Tank Brigade of the 4th Guards Mechanized Corps of the 3rd Ukrainian Front near Razdelnaya Station, 1944. A Bedouin couple of the Adwan tribe standing before their tent, 1898. Sniper of the 2nd Company of the 54th Rifle Regiment of the 25th Chapayev Rifle Division, Senior Sergeant Lyudmila Mikhailovna Pavlichenko, future hero of the Soviet Union, during the defense of Sevastopol, 1942. An acrobat performs stunts at a very high altitude. Elton John in the USSR. A general's attire of the Joseon Dynasty, Korea, 1910 to 1945. Portrait of a Jarawa native of northern Nigeria with intricate face marks. Ivan Podubny. One of the very last pictures of Judy Garland, 1969. The construction of a high-voltage power line at the Nor I power station in Norway in 1928. Cameron Diaz and a Game Boy, 1995. Photography by Michael Roberts. Yvonne Craig as Batgirl on The Merv Griffin Show, 1967. Ronnie Coleman Then vs. Now 2000-2025. People in line to buy the newspaper about the Cuban crisis, New York City, October of 1962. Coffee machine optional equipment in 1959 Volkswagen. Elvis Presley before rising to fame, photographed in the early 1950s. Saddam Hussein and his comrades during his wedding with his first wife Sajida Talfa. 28. April 1963. (1954) New York City. Man catching those rays of vitamin D with old-school reflector. German prisoners of war in France, 23 September 1944. Italian film actress Sophia Loren in a promotional photo for the film Two Nights with Cleopatra, 1954. Iconic Mexican artists Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera with a gas mask in opposition to fascism near the start of World War II. Rivera soon after painted a stunning 70-foot mural titled Pan-American Unity in 1940. In 1982, the Beverly Hills Police Department took a robot called DC-2 into custody for causing a commotion on North Beverly Drive and distributing business cards without an advertising permit. Sean Connery and Janet Monroe, Darby O'Gill and the Little People, 1959. American residents of Miami, Florida, protest against Hispanic immigration from Cuba, 1965. Soldier in an Italian home spraying a mixture of DDT and kerosene to control malaria, 1945. American novelist Ernest Hemingway using a Thompson submachine gun as shark repellent while aboard his boat, 1938. Ute tribe riders in 1899 Colorado. In 1909 June, New York children enjoying their little roof on the tenement. American chaplain and soldiers lay a fallen comrade to rest on March 14, 1945, in Henri-Chapelle, Belgium. A car with a forklift, 1924. A woman puts a goose into a car. One of the most famous couples of the 80s, Dolph Lundgren and Grace Jones. In early 1935, Amelia Earhart became the first person to fly solo from Hawaii to California, a journey that many male pilots had failed to complete. A photo of Jack Black from 1992. He was 23 at the time. An Elvis Presley impersonator with his mother at the On-Broadway Club in San Francisco, 1980. The largest straw hat in the world, manufactured in America for advertisement purposes, circa 1931. People line up to buy gasoline during an oil embargo in 1974. Oil embargoes in the 1970s led to mass shortages and meant hours waiting in line at the pump. Wehrmacht. Private Franz Grasser writes the names of the dead on burial plaques. 1943. The Snow Cruiser is an all-terrain vehicle that was built by the Illinois Institute of Technology in 1939 for an expedition to Antarctica. Famous Babe Ruth in the second of his 3 home runs in Game 4 of the 1926 World Series at Sportsman's Park went over the right field pavilion and smashed into the front window of Wells Motor Company. Wilhelm II, the Emperor of Germany, in the Death Hussar uniform, 1917. Young Jackie Chan. Soviet soldiers liberated by the United States Army from a German prison camp in France, 1944. Ted's at the Red Deer, Croydon, England. Photo by Chris Steele Perkins in 1976. Dating tip for women from Parade magazine back in 1938. Chrysler New Yorker Brougham, 1978, with button-tufted leather seating. A German woman burning tons of legal paper money during the hyperinflation of German currency in the 1920s. The paper money was cheaper than wood or coal. The UAZ 3907 Jaguar multi-purpose all-wheel drive amphibious vehicle undergoing testing in the 1980s. Venezuela, Wayu, 1930 to 1939. Yvonne Saufar. Olympic hurdle athlete Wendy Giel from Essex, born 1960, training for the Seoul, South Korea Games of 1988. She was nicknamed the girl with the steel legs for her impressive leg development. Whitney Houston and her girlfriend Robin Crawford, late 1980s. Detroit, 1993. This is what a school bus looked like in the 1930s. A girl sits on an elephant and reads a book. A number of young Palestinian refugees, fleeing the horrors of war, arrive in Beirut and are quarantined and subjected to various health treatments to prevent the spread of vermin in Beirut, Lebanon, 1948. President Truman, at a recreation of his Oval Office desk in 1959 with the iconic "The Buck Stops Here" sign, first sent to him in 1945. On the Beach, 1950s. This portrait shows Solomon Civils, recorded as inmate number 4339, photographed in 1904, at the time of his sentencing. He was sentenced to 18 months in prison and fined $10 for introducing liquor into Indian territory. Nazi propagandist Joseph Goebbels, with his children, 1940s. An elongated head was an ideal of beauty among the Mangbetu people, 1930s. Cowboy riding an elk, 1910. John F. Kennedy Jr. at Brown University, Providence, June 6, 1983 graduation. Ghanaian soldiers, early 20th century. A game of leapfrog among Red Cross mobile nurses at the Southgate Civil Defense Center, England, 1940. The North Kuril tsunami of 1952. Sean Connery tries to impress Ursula Andress by doing a handstand. This photo was taken on the set of Dr. No. The CSS David was a small Confederate semi-submersible built in 1863 during the American Civil War. After the war ended in 1865, the vessel was captured by Union forces in Charleston and later scrapped. Behind the Scenes with Jennifer Grey and Mia Sara in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 1986. Mariah Carey, 1993. Construction of Caesar's Palace, March 1966, Las Vegas. A German sniper with spruce branches on his cap conducts surveillance, 1944. (1949), New Year's Eve in Copacabana. Clark Gable holds his Best Actor Oscar for his role in It Happened One Night. He was awarded the Golden Statuette at a formal dinner held at the Biltmore Bowl in Los Angeles, California, on February 27, 1935. For many isolated communities in 1935, the bookmobile was a literal lifeline to the outside world and the only source of new information. Drew Barrymore, 1994. Empress Alexandra Feodorovna of Russia, born Princess Alex of Hesse and Bahrain. Stephen Fry, Hugh Laurie, and Rick Mayall, 1989. Irma Gracie was one of the youngest Nazi war criminals executed by the British after World War II. Known as the Hyena of Auschwitz, she served as a guard at Auschwitz concentration camp. Manfred Lyngstad and Benny Andersson backstage before ABBA's Eurovision performance in 1974. One of the first intifadas from 1987 to 1993. Blue Horse, Oglala, 1872. Father and daughter. The photo was taken 2 weeks after Kennedy defeated Nixon for the presidency in 1960. Chinese female anti-aircraft lookout, watching over Chongqing, 1941. Life magazine. A photo of a female train conductor in London in 1916. While the men were fighting, women took on essential jobs like this. When the war ended, these jobs unfortunately became men only again. 2002. A crowd of several thousand football fans caused a real pogrom in the center of Moscow after the Russian team lost to the Japanese team in the World Cup. The bell tower of the Church of St. John the Evangelist in Kielstedt, used as an observation post by a German sniper. 1945. General Tom Thimble, real name Charles Sherwood Stratton, stopped growing when he was just 6 months old. As a child, he stood about 63 centimeters tall, and as an adult, he was just under a meter tall. Grand Duchess Anastasia Nikolaevna, grimacing with false teeth, 1915 to 1916. Marines offload supplies, Iwo Jima, 1945. Two Soviet soldiers posing together for a picture, 1970. Parade of Athletes, Tashkent, 1938-1939. Nirvana and Shonen Knife, Kokusai Koryu Center, Osaka, Japan, Valentine's Day, 1992. Captured alien staged photo. Workers on the Eiffel Tower, Paris, 1932. taken by Vivian Meyer. New York, 1954. Princess Zahra Khanum, Taj-es-Saltaneh, 1883 to 1936, who was considered a symbol of beauty in Persia in the early 1900s. David Bowie in the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. A struggle session in Lhasa during the Cultural Revolution. The image shows the public humiliation struggle session of Tibetan figures in the 1960s. People crowding the streets of Lower Manhattan while watching the Twin Towers burn September 11, 2001. Palestinian children from Jerusalem, 1900. Residents of Sofia greet Red Army soldiers with flowers, 1944. Sultan Jaya of the Bamum tribe in Cameroon, early 20th century. Future leader of North Korea. Kim Jong-il inspecting high heels. Kim himself was known for wearing shoes with a heel to increase his height, 1980s. David Bowie met Japanese singer Kenji Sawada in the 1980s. Aircraft listener, 1930s. Norm MacDonald, 1970. Family photo for Halloween. Namdaemun South Gate in Seoul, Korea, early 20th century. Harrison Ford meeting with Queen Elizabeth II, 1978. A fireman with a personal fire suppression system in 1900. A migrant agricultural worker and his daughter in their home in Edinburgh, Texas, 1939. Colonel Sanders in North Battleford, Saskatchewan, 1960s. Vietnamese women and children in My Lai photographed by United States Army photographer Ronald L. Haberly during the My Lai massacre, March 16, 1968. Demi Moore at Deauville Festival, September 2, 1990. camouflaged Soviet T-34 tank from the 90th Tank Brigade in position near Stalingrad, 1942. Nebraska farm settlers, circa 1890s. A German soldier interrogates a Pole who has emerged from hiding, 1939. Female ambulance drivers during a break between trips. The ambulances belong to French units operating in Italy, 1944. Messina earthquake, 1908. Trying out new Christmas presents, 1972. Interior of a Siemens factory, Nuremberg, 1910.